Hey guys, it's Mackie here again for part 3 of my Positive Changes diary on YouTube. I want to welcome everybody back. I've had heaps of views and heaps of really positive comments and messages, which is really encouraging me to continue on. Straight away, I just want to apologise for the length of the last video. It was like 8 minutes. I was rambling on a little bit. So I want to try and keep the videos nice and short as much as possible. So this week, I'm basically going to dwell on a pretty disappointing comment that I received last week from a family member. And the reason I want to discuss this is I want to talk about eliminating as many negative influences from your life as possible. And, you know, if that means friends or family or supposed friends or family, you know, if they're not encouraging you and they're holding you back from being a better person, then you know it's in your best interest to let them go. When I was a kid, I was lucky enough to be taken by my dad and my neighbour to one of those self-help seminars, you know, a Tony Robbins kind of thing up here in Brisbane. I would have only been, I don't know, maybe 11 or 12, and one thing that I always remember from it was there was a speaker there named Amanda Gore, and she was talking about what she called psychological vampires, and it's just something that always stuck with me. I mean, never had anything going on like that at school to make me remember it. It's just something, maybe it was the way that she spoke on the day that I always remember it. And she was talking about these psychological vampires who are people who surround you, and if you surround yourself with them, and they do nothing but, you know, drain the life out of you. The negative influences basically suck the psychological blood out of your brain and leave you, you know, feeling pretty hollow. And she was saying that it's up to you to make sure that those people are eliminated from your life, and those influences are limited as much as possible. And so that's basically what I'm going to discuss for the next couple of minutes. So, as I said in my first video, I've had self-esteem and body image issues ever since I was a teenager, and snide comments from people never help, and you know they always compound. You know, you've got this feeling inside of you that it's like a feeling of worthlessness, and as much as people who you've got around you who tell you that they love you and care for you and that you're doing a good job, you know, all it takes sometimes is just one comment from one person. It can be someone who you know, or it could be from a complete stranger, and it just sets you off on a downward spiral. You know, I know for myself it would be, you know, the comfort that I would turn to initially when I was younger was drinking, and then you know, it started to be a combination of drinking and eating. And yeah, it's all it took this week. You know, in the past, this is something that could have impacted on me fairly negatively, and I probably have let this person impact on me negatively in the past. But I was out at a lunch for my mum's birthday on Sunday, and I heard a member of my family commenting to my mum about my weight. And you know, this is 2 weeks after I've started doing these videos and making these positive changes. And anyway, I didn't pay much attention to it because I've heard it all before, and I'm not paying any attention to that kind of stuff. But 2 or 3 nights later, I was out to dinner with Mum on her birthday, and we were at a Telstra Businesswoman's event, the Telstra Business Woman of the Year award. We're at a big gala dinner, and we got our photo taken together, and Mum posted it on her Facebook, and straight away this member of our family commented, "Oh, Andrew found a suit that fitted, did he?" And you know, we were out having a great night, and I was feeling pretty good about myself with the changes that I've made in the last couple of weeks. And then to see that comment, you know, it was just, it made me feel worthless, and it made me feel angry, like really angry. And in the past, I would have turned that anger and feeling of self-pity on myself, but I just decided, you know, that's it. If this person's going to be like that, I don't need them in my life anymore. And, you know, until they apologise for it or wake up to what they've said and the meaning, the impact that it's had, or that, you know, that it could have on somebody, then, you know, that's it. I just don't want to be around people like that anymore. So, but funnily enough, not even a minute, like maybe 30 seconds after I read that comment and I was feeling really, really pissed off, I got a comment, a message on Facebook from a really good friend of mine. When I do read comments and stuff out as I do these videos, I'll keep everything anonymous. But I know that that Yells is very outspoken with this kind of stuff, and she'd want me to make it public that she said something really nice to me. And it was seriously 30 seconds after this member of my family made an awful comment. And then I get this message which read, when you open Facebook Messenger, it read like a chapter in a book. It was really long, but, you know, I read the whole thing and it was just beautiful. And to have that kind of, to know that you've got that kind of love and support around you makes a big difference for this kind of stuff. So if you've got influences in your life that are impacting on you negatively, try and eliminate them. You know, whether it be if you know that your eating habits are having a negative impact on your mental health and your physical health, then try and make some changes. You know, it doesn't have to be drastic, just take the first couple of steps. And if you've got people in your family or if you've got friends who are holding you back, who aren't giving you that encouragement, then, you know, you don't have to tell them that you hate them or anything like that. Just let them go. Just forget about it. And concentrate on surrounding yourself with people who will encourage and love and support you. That's basically what my whole video this week's going to be about, that, you know. So I don't want to talk about diets or anything like that. I just thought I'd comment on the positive and negative impact of people and their comments, and maybe next time that you do think about saying something to someone about their appearance, or just saying something off the cuff to anyone in general, just stop and think to yourself, you know, is this a nice thing to say? And if it's not a nice thing to say, then don't say it, because it can have a really big impact no matter what kind of person it is. It could be, you know, myself on the outside, I'm, you know, big tattooed guy, whatever, but you know, I still get upset by comments that are made to me, and so just think about it next time that you go to say something to someone. Just think, is this worth the time and energy, you know, for me to put this person down? And if it's not, don't say it. And if and on the other side of the coin, if you've got something nice to say, I would encourage you to say it. You know, it makes such a massive difference. You know, like I said, that example for me today, or last week. Horrible comment, made me feel like shit. 30 seconds later, beautiful message, and heartfelt, and instantly made me feel better. So keep that in mind, guys. If you're trying to make some positive changes in your life, the opposite to positive is negative, so you want to try and eliminate as much of the negative stuff as possible. Diet, exercise related, and then, you know, your friends, family and acquaintances, and your habits. If there's negative stuff in your life, try and eliminate it. Anyway, guys, that's it for this week. I'll see you guys next week, and hopefully going to be discussing some diet changes, and I'll hopefully get a few more comments that I can read out for you guys. And I have had some people who I've seen out and about who have said some really nice things to me, and I really appreciate it. So thanks, guys, and I'll see you next week. Ta.